Hello and welcome to the first of the November Make and Take for teens in the Coastal Public Library. If you have not, you do need to have a waiver signed by your parent. These programs are open for students grades 6 to 12. So you need to sign in, your parent needs to sign it before you can do anything within the makerspace. And when you come to the library, you can ask at the front desk and they will give you a key and they will come here and they will check it out. This week's Make and Take is Fun with Fiber. This is the card, and I'm just going to show you a few things that are in the bin. We have beads, we have some directions, we have some embroidery needles for you. They're helpful for doing moving the yarn through. We have some knitting needles. We also have these really cool loops, and we have scissors in here and whatnot. If you're going to use any of the true knitting things, you're going to need to ask for yarn at the front desk. We have a box out there. It's too big to fit into the cabinet. So, for example, one of the things you can make with the loop is this cute little hat. You know, it could be for a doll, for a baby. So depending on what size hoop, we have all different. We have a long one, make a good scarf. Probably a little big for a person's hat, and you know, some other sizes. We also have some crochet hooks in here, and if you want, we can also let you know where some of the books are. So we have some really basic patterns, and still right now these things are for use within the library. But for this time, I'm also going to give you a take and make that you can do, so that, you know, I know you're all really busy doing schoolwork and stuff. So this month is a Dreamcatcher that you can make. So when you get your kit, you can ask for it at the front desk. You're going to get a bag, and it has the directions in it. And it's really, really simple. It has a CD. You can choose to use either the gold side or the silver side, assorted yarn, and some beads. So the first thing that you're going to need to do, and if you want some other yarn that we don't have in here and you want to see in the collection, we can have you cut off probably a piece about 6 to 8 feet long. So the first thing what you're going to do is you're going to take the yarn and you're going to tie it onto the disc, just a knot. And then what you're going to do, let me tie this, is you are going to take the yarn and you're going to loop it through the disc. Now you can put the needle, the embroidery needle, and if you take these, we really do ask if you could bring them back when you're done so we don't have to keep purchasing them. We'd appreciate it. All right, so you're going to feed the yarn through here, and you want to do it an odd number of times. All right, so this one's kind of a long one, so I got 2. And we're going to keep on going. And that's why I said you might want to put the needle on it so it's a little easier to feed on through. Whoops. 2. All right. 3. Okay. What am I doing? Oh, I'm going. Oh, it's looping through. I didn't make it tight enough. That's why the first one. All right. Let me get a couple of them going. You might have to hold on to it because this one was feeding through and it was not doing what I wanted to. And like I said, you can use whatever color. This is just going to be the color that's around the disc. Like I said, there's about 4 different lengths of yarn within the bag, and it is yours to take home, so you don't have to make this here. If you are going to use any of the looms, you do have to keep them here in the library. But, you know, you might want to, you know, think of something for the Christmas time. Like I said, the little hat that I made, it took maybe a half hour. And there are directions in there. And again, all these things you can find on YouTube. They're very, very easy to find. All right, so you're going to go an odd number of things. And I'm not going to thread it all the way through. So say if I want for the next one, I want this cool green. So what I'm going to do, in this case, you do want to thread this on the needle. And I've tied them in knots so that, you know, it hopefully doesn't get too messed up for you. And in this case, because these embroidery needles are plastic, they have a nice big eye, so it's not hard to thread it through. In this case, you're going to want to tie this one on the back. And you're going to tie it to the yarn, and then you're going to put the needle through the hole in the middle of the CD. And you're going to start weaving once you come through. So the reason why you have an on number is so that you can alternate back and forth. And you can have as much or as little of the yarn as you want. You do want to make those original loops a little tight, so that I made my first knot not tight enough. So then what you want to do is either go over, under, or under, over, whichever way you start. And you're just going to go around the face of it. And you can change your colors if you like. So if you want to do green and then change it up with something else. So you're kind of getting a weaving going across the desk. And you can do as much or as little as you want. Like I said, I didn't do too many of them. In this case, I had changed it up. We had some kind of nifty yarn. I'll add some more to the bags. And I did about 3 or 4 different ones, and just back and forth. Now, you can also have like tails on your Dreamcatcher, and that might be useful if you want to put the beads on it, or if you want to put beads across the disc. And then all that you do when you're done is you just tie on a piece of yarn, and then you can hang it up, whether you want to have it outside or inside. So I hope you enjoy doing these woven dream catchers. I also, and this is the card you would use for that, I also want to let you know that for the month of November, there's a challenge for teens, and in that case, it is our calligraphy kit, and this is really cool. So there won't really be a video on it, but we do have a neat case here. So if you're not quite sure, we have some pens, and kind of cool wooden ones, and we have the ink for them. But if you're not quite sure that that's what you want to do, we also have some calligraphy markers. So they're a little easier to work with, and we have some sheets, some practice sheets, and some nifty, lots of practice sheets here, some calligraphy paper, and some suggestions for what you want to do. Maybe you would like to try your name in it. So this is, and we have another pen in here. So there are 2 regular quills. Sometimes give it a try. It is a little more difficult, and if you don't like it, that's fine. I do ask when you do the calligraphy, please get a piece of cardboard and be careful with the ink, because we really don't want it everywhere. And in all these cases, when you're done with any of these kits, bring the kit, the drawer, and the card back up to the front desk so that they can check it out. Check it back in so it's not on your library card. Again, to use any of these, you do need to be a patron in good standing, and you have to have a waiver sign. So I hope you enjoy doing the woven take and make this month. We're trying something a little new. I know you guys are all really, really busy, and that's starting today, actually, November 2nd, and it'll be here for 2 weeks, and there'll be another video in 2 weeks. And then the calligraphy challenge is for all months. So give yourself a try and see if you can use, whether you use the markers or you use the pen. And if you do have any questions and you would like me to give you some help, again, my name is Anne Maria Monti, and I am the teen librarian here, and we'd love to help you. We hope you enjoy using